So after that, the Bloodline are backstage, and Jimmy's trying to hype Solo up for his match against AJ Styles, but Solo ain't having any of that. And Jimmy's still trying, though. So Roman just now learns that the SmackDown GM is Nick Aldis, and Roman wants to talk to him. Heyman suggests prepping Roman on Aldis so he knows like how to deal with him and stuff. And Roman's like, fuck all that. I want to talk to him now. So then Aldis comes in. Roman says the triple threat match and the match against Styles and Solo are good ideas, but they would have been great ideas if you ran them by me first. And then Roman proceeds to whip his cock out and slap it on the table. But then Aldis, he whips his cock out and shows that his is bigger than Roman's.
And his shoulders definitely were too.
Oh, Nick Aldis is no slouch. I thought it was good. I like the little jousting with Roman. I like Roman thinking that he's just going to put Aldis in his place and Aldis standing his ground. I like that he put some shade on Pierce. Pierce is just more of an operations manager or some shit. I'm a general manager.
Yep, it's a definitely good segment there. There was another little nugget. Because I said there was nuggets sprinkled out throughout the show. This is our second nugget here. Nick Aldis said, I'm looking forward to the match with AJ Styles and Solo Sikoa. You know, Solo Sikoa, he took out John Cena in a way that I haven't even seen you take John Cena out, planting a little seed. Because last week, Roman said Solo Sikoa is the next tribal chief. Now that little seed, he did something you can't even do. Is that going to cause some jealousy from Roman Reigns? Roman Reigns going to start looking at Solo Sikoa like, hey, I said you're the tribal chief, just not now. And then it's going to lead to a match between Solo and Roman Reigns. Was that a tease for Roman versus Solo? Because of that little nugget. You know, unfortunately, well, they could take it both ways. So unfortunately, it is starting to question if Roman Reigns is walking out yet again at WrestleMania with the title. Now, there was a big thing online that started circling around that because Roman Reigns just crossed like 14 or 1200 or something like that, one or the other. And the stat started floating around that if he holds the title until September, he will have surpassed Hulk Hogan. So now the question is, do they string this along so that he can pass Hulk Hogan, or does he lose it at WrestleMania? Now, you know, I was the front runner of the Roman Reigns is making it to 1,000 days thing. I don't see this one. Like, why is it so important for him to pass Hulk Hogan? That only puts him at number 2, unless he's going to then go to Bruno Mars. What? Golly, I messed up. Unless he's unless he's gonna go to Bruno Sammartino's record, which now then he has to hold it like another 4 years.
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah. So
I think Bruno was like 7 years.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense that he gets.
No, there's no
2.
fucking way he's gonna hold it for 7 years. It's impossible.
So I don't get the narrative here that they want him to beat Hulk Hogan's record. It just doesn't make sense. It's so important that he gets to number 2, unless he's going for number 1.
It'd be one thing if he was defending the fucking title, but he doesn't.
We've gone over that.
Not even defend the title, just wrestle.
I don't care about all that.
I do. I want a fighting champion. I want the main event of every pay-per-view to be for the top title of whatever promotion that I'm watching. And the top title just happens to be around Roman's waist. And when he's fucking gone for months and months at a time, or he only defends it, he's only defended it like, what, 3 times this year?
Something like that.
How is it impressive that he's held it for this long? He's been a chicken shit champion.
He's been a smart champion.
As far as
to be there unless I need to be there.
As far as I'm concerned, this reign has an asterisk. So he can hold it for as long as he wants to hold it. It don't mean shit. Hogan was at the main event of every fucking pay-per-view. Hogan was at the main event, I don't know, the main event of like Saturday Night main event, but I don't know about the TV shows, but he was at the fucking house shows wrestling fucking Earthquake and shit.
In the one-man gang.
And the fucking Brooklyn Brawler, and he was there. It was convoluted as shit, and he was overbooked and protected. Super Cena did that. I don't know. I think Brock kind of ruined the heavyweight title for WWE, now that I think about it. Because he started
it, yeah.
Yeah. Because now everybody's going to expect that. I'm the title holder now, so I should be able to just take 6 months off now. Nobody wants to see that. I'm watching wrestling because I want to watch these people contend for the top prize. But when the top prize or the person that's holding the top prize is fucking elsewhere, and it's an open secret that he's using it as a launch pad to go to fucking movies, why, I don't know.
Because he knows about that acting money.
The money's there, but I don't know about the talent. That's another discussion.
Well, I can look past the whole not defending it thing. Because, what do they say? They don't remember how you win, just that you won.
But just think about all the moments that San Martino had, the moments that...
And I don't see the point of him catching Hulk Hogan if he's not going to catch Bruno San Martino. Like at that time.
They will to erase Hulk Hogan because he's,
They want to erase him, but he's still going to be 3.
Yeah, but it won't be 2.
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me either. It doesn't make sense to me that he's been champion this long because they haven't used him. But that's just me.
Yeah. Well, I don't see. Yeah. It just doesn't make sense to me that we're saying, oh, let's forego. Again, I was on board last year because I saw the value of him getting to 1,000 days. Mm-hmm. Now we've done that. I don't see what the value of him surpassing Hulk Hogan to not then take the number 1 spot. Your take is a little bit different, but all that to say, it's out there in the ethos, if you will, that maybe he makes it out of WrestleMania as champion. And then there's also the fact that he has now AJ Styles, he has LA Knight, Randy Orton, and Randy Orton still's got to get his, and then he's got Solo because they planted that seed. Maybe he even has Nick Aldis because Nick Aldis is, I would assume, will be a full-time wrestler then. Maybe he's got Nick Aldis too. If I was fantasy booking it, and I even put it on Twitter, he's going to run through all 3 of these guys. It doesn't matter who's next. AJ Styles, you go through him. You go through Randy Orton. You go through LA Knight. You start to tell the story. In the meantime, you tell the story that Solo is just rising through the ranks, rising up and up and up and up. Like no one can touch Solo at this time. And then you pull the trigger. Solo versus Roman Reigns for the title. And then Solo dominates Reigns, takes the title from him. He's now your next tribal chief going forward. Roman Reigns can go to Hollywood. But that's all just a fantasy thing.
I would have, since we're doing the fantasy thing, I would have Cody beat Roman, and then I would have Solo spike Roman after the match. Basically just assault him and spike him, and that takes Roman out. He's going to Hollywood. The story there and on out would be Solo avenging his former tribal chief, whom he had to put out the pasture.
Yeah, that could be another way.
But then Solo... Gunther comes out and beats everybody, so it doesn't matter.
He finished it all off.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could do that. Solo, Roman Reigns, he loses the title at WrestleMania like he should. And then you tell the story that Roman Reigns is off his rocker because he lost his title. He's no longer the tribal chief. Oh, by the way, we got the heir apparent, a tribal chief right there. He blames Solo, some reason for it. And then, yeah, you tell the story of Solo taking out Roman Reigns to be the new tribal chief. And then off goes Roman to Hollywood.
Yeah, like Roman's, he gets the 3 crossroads or how many fucking crossroads it takes. He's just on the mat and he's kind of crawling and reaches his hand out for Solo, and then Solo grabs his hand and then he helps him up, and then they hug, and then he pulls his head back and spike him or something. I don't know. Like if I had to pick WrestleMania right now, couldn't tell you if he was walking out as champion or not. I think it'd be stupid if he did.
Yeah, I think he'd lose a lot of people if he walks out of WrestleMania again.
Oh yeah, they were about to revolt when Cody lost the first time.
Yeah, you possibly do that again. I don't know, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah,
where they go with that. And we'll have our predictions for WrestleMania when that time comes. We'll have our predictions for the Royal Rumble when that time comes, which is rapidly approaching. We're like a month away from that now.